All right, let's practice one more parabola in vertex form. Let's pick out our vertex. For this one, if you look inside the parentheses with the x, it's a positive 3. When you pull it out, that makes it negative 3. On the end is a positive 5, so my y value is a positive 5. So my vertex of my parabola is going to be at negative 3, 5. I go left 3, up 5, and put a dot. We can also find the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry will be the x value of the vertex because the x is squared in the original equation. That will be x equals negative 3. So we can draw our axis of symmetry through x equals negative 3. Now when we go to do our chart, I'm going to put my vertex in the middle, my negative 3, positive 5. I want to stay around that x value of the vertex to make it easier to graph, so I'm going to go left 2, which means I'm going to try x equals negative 3 and x equals negative 5. And I'm going to go right 2, which means I'm going to try x equals negative 2 and negative 1. So let's plug in a negative 2 first. If I go up top and I plug in a negative 2 in the original equation, I end up with negative 2 times negative 2 plus 3 is 1. So I have 1 squared plus 5. 1 squared is 1. So I'm going to have negative 2 times 1 plus 5. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. And then I have negative 2 plus 5, which is 3. So I know when I plug in a negative 2, my y value is 3, which, because of the axis of symmetry, means when I plug in a negative 4, my y value is 3. So next thing we're going to try is negative 1. We'll plug it in the original equation. You're always going back to the original equation to get your points on your graph. So let's go back up here, plug in a negative 1. Negative 1 plus 3 is 2. So I get negative 2 times 2 squared plus 5. 2 squared is 4. So negative 2 times 4 plus 5. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Plus 5 is negative 3. So I know this will be a negative 3. And I also know that when x is negative 5, y will be a negative 3. Now let's put these points on the graph and see what our parabola looks like. We know from a previous chapter it should be going down and be skinny because there's a negative 2 in the front. We also know that it should translate left 3 and up 5. That we've already got covered. So when x is negative 2, y is 3. When x is negative 1, y is negative 3. When x is negative 4, y is positive 3. And when x is negative 5, y is negative 3. And this is what your parabola should look like.